You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who gives edible undies as gifts just because they taste good, Pete Schwaba.
It was only a couple of times. I don't do it regularly. Welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's great to have you with me on this Tuesday night. And to celebrate our last live show of 2025, I'm wearing a hat. What do you think, Con? I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a hat as well. Yeah, it looks nice. You know, I like the blue.
Yeah, I'm in my home office, which is currently my son's bedroom for the holidays. A house full of people, and it's a little chilly downstairs. So I thought, you know what? I'll try to look cool, hip, and wear a hat. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm going with it anyway. Better to be comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's going on at the studio? What am I missing?
You know, it's just me in here. Hopefully the lights don't go out because I get a little scared. You know,
get freaked out.
Ghosts. I'll tell you this. So remember last night after the show, I was like, you know, we were moving out, and it was 82 degrees in my apartment.
Oh, into your new apartment you're talking about.
My old apartment was 82 degrees.
Right.
And when we were moving, yeah. So I went back today so I could clean a couple more things. And it's 71 in there.
Well, what's that all about?
It's like, why is it colder now in there? Why didn't it do that before?
How much body heat do you give off? That's my question.
That's what I'm saying. What am I doing wrong?
Well, are you totally out of there now?
Yeah, totally out of there.
Right.
In my new place now. It's a great little spot.
New bachelor pad, living the single life in Green Bay. You could do a lot worse than that in life.
Exactly.
Good for you, man.
Right next
door. And
door.
your folks are still in town helping you?
Well, they're back by my brother's house in Appleton.
Okay. For those of you listening, last night I was doing the show and a guy went by the window. Kristen Lighty was on. And I even told Kristen this. And the guy's waving like he knows me and I'm waving back. And I said, oh my God, I think I might have accidentally booked another guest. I don't know who this person is. It was Konrad's dad. And I've only seen like a picture of him, but he had a hat on. I didn't recognize him. So I was kind of relieved that I didn't double book a guest. But your dad, having said that, would have been welcome to come on the show and spend a little time with us.
Yeah. Would have been fun.
So anyway, yeah, it would have been fun. We've already got a stream comment. Love that. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights says, happy Tuesday. Hey, guys. Hey, Daniel. Great to have you, buddy. Hope you're having a swell Tuesday. As I mentioned, this is our last show of 2025. The rest of the week, we will be playing Nite Lite highlights Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that should be fun, too. Some of our best and most fun moments here from 2025 in the last few weeks. And then we will be back live January 5th for a whole new round of shows. And then we don't get a day off, Konrad, for 9 months. I don't know if you heard that, but the word came down. We will not be taking any more vacations.
We're going into the gauntlet here.
2 short weeks, and then we're back at it. There's some big news here within Civic Media today, and I don't want to oversell this or get people too excited, but we have a champion in our Civic Media Fantasy Football League, and I'll let you elaborate on that.
Well, I was the runner-up. I was second place. I gave it my all. Like I told them, I didn't give my players a good pep talk, so they didn't show out for me. But Brittany Merlot is the champion.
Meteorologist extraordinaire, the award-winning Brittany Merlot has dominated the Civic Media Fantasy Football League, of which I was not invited this year, which I'm trying to come to terms with.
Well, you don't pay attention to your players.
I know. And my son, like in his league, he begged me to join. He's like, come on, Dad, you got to do it. And I showed up for the draft, and I don't think I even opened it after that. And it was the same 2 years ago. Rocker brought me into the Civic Media, and I always mean well. Like I mean to play and pay attention and look at stats and add players and all that kind of stuff and sit guys during the bye. But after the draft, which is fun, I just completely lose interest. I just don't care. In fact, I'm not a gambler. I like to watch my team, or if there's a really good game on, I'll watch parts of that. But I don't study it enough, like I'm guessing you and Brittany do.
Well, the thing about this draft is it was auto drafted, and we also do full defensive players. So there's like defensive linemen, there's a linebacker, there's cornerbacks, safeties,
Oh, wow.
defense, punters, kickers. So it's like you really have to pay attention and look in the waiver wires for players and stuff. So
That's really cool.
yeah, I mean, it was interesting, that's for sure. I mean, Brittany Merlot in the championship had Derrick Henry, and we all know what he did to the Packers.
And that was the game changer right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was
That's your dagger, as Wayne Larrabee would say.
yeah, yes, exactly.
Well, that's good for Brittany. She's a
Yes,
football fan. I
yeah.
remember at the Christmas party a couple of years ago talking to her, and she was a huge football fan, and she does such a great job with weather. I think you could have stepped up your game a little bit and given her more of a run.
I told you I should have gave my players more of a pep talk, you know?
I know. But, well, speaking of your players, and Konrad is a huge Packer fan. I don't know if
Yep.
I've ever met a bigger Packer fan. Mike Clemens will be here at 6:10 tonight. We will talk to Mike about the shape of the Packers, what they're going through. I think here's the issue, though, Con. I don't think the injury report comes out until Wednesday with
Thursday, I
most
believe,
teams.
actually.
Thursday, okay. So we might not know too much about what's happening with Jordan Love or I almost said Mason Rudolph. Where did that come from? Josh Jacobs.
Steelers legend.
I need to know what's going on with Mason Rudolph, Mike. That's why we've asked you here. So we'll talk to Mike at 6:10. Before that, we're going to talk about a great celebration of lights they do in Oshkosh for the last several years. The Oshkosh Celebration of Lights. We'll talk with Rick Helms about that at 5:45. I'm sorry, 5:35, right after news, which comes up. We'll be here in just about 15 or so minutes. News, sports, and weather is on the way. We'll have Rick Helms on to talk about Oshkosh. Mike Clemens will join us to talk Packers and NFL as the playoffs creep ever closer. My pal, Paul Gilmartin, will join the show at 6:35. Paul is a great stand-up comic who used to be the host of Dinner and a Movie on TBS. Did I say Dinner in a Movie? It's Dinner and a Movie.
Yeah.
Can you tell I haven't talked to anyone today?
Yeah, I can.
We got people in the house, so I went over to my brother's cottage and I just camped out there and did work. And honestly, other than a fast Zoom meeting this morning, I was just typing all day. It's a shame I can't type the show because it'd be very legible.
Yeah, do you want to type
So-
it to me and I can talk for you?
You can exactly. Paul Gilmartin will be here. Paul's very funny, and what a great. Did you ever watch Dinner and a Movie? You know that show?
No, but I really, it sounds a lot of fun.
They remade it. Jason Biggs and Jenny Malin, I think is her name. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're the new hosts. But Paul and Annabelle Gurwitch hosted it for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And it's such a great, it's one of those ideas where I thought, I wish I would have thought of that pitch. Preparing food while you're watching a movie. It's like an interstitial program. It was so great. Paul will be here at 6:35. And then we're going to talk a little more about Memories Ballroom and the great New Year's Eve show happening there tomorrow night. Jim McHugh, who put the whole show together, will be on the show to discuss. Jim is a very funny guy. And Konrad, you'll appreciate this. Jim is a Packer fan living in Chicago.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
he and I will have a great discussion because I'm a Bear fan living here in Northeast Wisconsin, and Jim is a Packer fan. We're both men without a home, so to speak. So we'll have a fun talk about that. And he brings his Chicago Comedy All-Stars regularly to Memories Ballroom in Port Washington. A great show. And we'll talk to Jim at 7:10. Is that when we have Jim on? And then we'll have
Correct,
Mike Kauth will be here from Comedy Sports. He is a head coach at Comedy Sports, and they have a great New Year's Eve show going on too. So lots of options. We're going to keep you guys posted, give you some ideas for what you can do tomorrow night. If you're making last minute plans, you'll definitely want to hear the rest of the show. You got Oshkosh Lights, Mike Kauth and Comedy Sports, and a great show at Memories Ballroom. So we'll do all of that and throughout the course of the show. It'll be fun. Our last live show of the year, Con. What do you? And people overdo that. They say, "Oh, see you next year." All these great jokes, but it's weird when a year comes to a close. And we've had, I don't know, what do we do? 250 shows or something like that. This
Well,
year?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
we do a lot of shows.
Yeah, well said. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
Well, see you
I was
next year,
looking
Pete.
I was looking for some philosophical reflection there. So ask me what I did last night when I left the studio, Con.
What did you do last night when you
I
left the
went
studio?
in search for buns, and I don't. That's not any nefarious. There's nothing weird about that. For New Year's Eve, we have a party every year, and this year it's at my sister's house, and I bought. Have you had a Chicago Italian beef sandwich?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so I got Buena beef. I got 3 tubs of it, and here's where I scored. This is with Pete. Pete, if you ever need bargains, folks, come to me. I'm surprised more people don't ask me for advice anyway, but if you're looking for big savings, they sell it online and they'll deliver it to your house. But it was like $180 for 3 tubs, giardiniera, and the bread. So I realized here in Marinette at Aldi, they sell the tubs for $15 a pop. $45 I paid instead of 180. Got 3 jars of giardiniera for like $10, but I needed buns. I needed good French rolls. Well, last night, Schwaba stopped by Meyer and scored a huge win with, I think, 5 bags of French rolls. Because you got to dip them in the beef juice. So that's what I'm going to do. So I am all set for New Year's Eve.
Oh, Meyer's great, by the way. I love Meyer.
I haven't been in one in like 25 years. I kind of forgot Wisconsin even had them. You go there a lot?
Well, I mean, it's pretty close to where I live. And, I needed a router for my new apartment. And it was like there was one for $50 off. I'm like, I'll take that.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah.
Myers has big savings.
That's cheaper than my French rolls. I'm kind of annoyed right now. I'm not gonna. So what are you doing on New Year's Eve, Con?
Yeah, I'm going to one of my friends in Milwaukee at Whitefish Bay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the night at his house.
Fantastic.
Watch the ball drop.
You could watch the big cheese drop.
I know.
Donna Hahn last night, and that would be fun too. But 2 cities in Wisconsin were ranked in the top 100 to spend New Year's Eve in. Let's do the question of the night, and then after the break, I'm going to tell people the 2 best cities in Wisconsin to spend New Year's Eve. They're part of a great list, but right now it's time for our Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Questions.
It is National Bacon Day, ladies and gentlemen. Hot fun in the summertime is all I have to say. Bacon is where it's at. If you haven't tried a slice of bacon, definitely indulge. And it leads us to our question of the night, which is, what is your favorite kind of meat? How's that for a vague question? In honor of National Bacon Day, what is your favorite kind of meat? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app. Or you can, if you're watching the radio on the stream, you can drop us a stream comment like Daniel Berry Sports Highlights did moments ago. If you're at any of these platforms, feel free to give us a like or a follow if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X. But let us know what your favorite kind of meat is. Be part of the show. We will read your text on the radio. And that's about, Stacy Sue she is on it already. I didn't even get the sentence out. She says turkey.
Turkey's great.
That's meat, right? It's foul, but it's meat.
It's meat.
I always think of like the red meats, but you're right. Turkey is meat. Some people consider fish meat, and that's just not right. So, all right, we're going to do a very quick break. News, sports, and weather is coming up in about 10 minutes. When we come back after this short break, I'm going to tell you the 2 best cities in Wisconsin to celebrate New Year's Eve. We made a list, folks. We made a list. We're not that high up, but we've got 2 representatives, which I think is pretty cool. And we'll do that. And I'm also going to tell you about a really cool sculpture in honor of Home Alone that Daniel Stern is doing, involving himself in a spider. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
To bring some loving here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Welcome back. It is the eve of New Year's Eve. Kind of a chill day before we party our little butts off tomorrow night. Stacy Sue on the stream says, love bacon, though. She said turkey, in response to our question of the night, which is what is your favorite kind of meat in honor of National Bacon Day? Stacy Sue said turkey, but put a disclaimer just now saying she loves bacon. And bacon's a good thing to love. It's healthy. It's good for you, especially if you eat pounds of it in one sitting. It's very good for you. I am Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. It is great to have you with me on this Tuesday. We are doing our last live show of the year, and we will have highlight shows the rest of the week, so those will be fun too, and we will be back on January 5th. Coming up at 5:35 after news, sports, and weather, Rick Helms will be here. He is the event manager of the Oshkosh Celebration of Lights, which is going on through New Year's. That's kind of cool, Con, that they keep it going through Christmas.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
And that you can add that to your New Year's Eve plans if you're still looking for something to do. Our question of the night, once again, is in honor of National Bacon Day. What is your favorite kind of meat? I think I said bacon, but I might. Bacon's from a pig, right?
Yes.
I had to think about that for a minute. Okay. So I would have to say bacon or like we had steak on Christmas Day and my dad made it. And I'm not necessarily I like meat. I don't love it. I could probably be a vegetarian if I had to be, but man, was it good. So I'd have to say bacon or steak. What about you?
I would say a nice juicy burger with bacon on top and some freshly squeezed mayo.
That's interesting because I think I would go, unless the person making the steak was great at it, I would probably go a juicy burger as well with some good condiments. Like, I know it's not as high grade of meat, but man, it's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I saw this list. This is from Wallet Hub. They listed the top cities for celebrating New Year's Eve. Remember, we kind of got shivved, I thought, on the Christmas list.
Yeah.
Aside from Marinette, which is Christmas City, USA, Wisconsin didn't really represent on the best cities to spend Christmas. We do have 2 in the top 55. So you know what that means, Con?
Can I take a guess which cities?
One of them is 55th. That's where I'm going with this. So we have 2 cities in the top 5. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. First one is going to be Milwaukee.
Okay.
And then the second one, I would say Green Bay in the Titletown district.
You are incorrect, sir.
No.
Milwaukee is on the list at number 55.
Okay.
Right behind Kewaskum. I'm joking. It's Konrad's hometown. Madison is 44th.
Oh, okay.
So that doesn't surprise me. Madison knows how to party, as does Milwaukee. But I'm surprised that on a list of 100 cities, I really thought Green Bay would be on there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, they have a really cool Titletown. They have a really cool celebration there.
Yeah. You've got Orlando, Florida, number 1. I mean, seriously?
Because of Disney World. There's no other,
Okay.
people spending time at Disney World watching, I don't know, whatever they have dropping there.
All right, fair enough. Number 2, Vegas. Probably the same deal. Number 3, New York, where they dropped the ball. That's weird that New York is number 3. I think that would be number 1 because it gets so much press every year. Number 4, Seattle, Washington.
Okay. Want to bring in the new year with some rain.
Exactly. Or some great quarterback play from Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Number 5, Los Angeles. That kind of surprises me. I mean, LA is a fun town, but it's not like, to the best of my knowledge, there isn't like a central like New York where they kind of do the New Year's thing. Chicago is the closest place to us. It's 7th. And then no other Midwest cities until like, good Lord, St. Louis is 16th. Cincinnati is 19th. St. Paul was somewhere on this list. But I feel like Madison and Milwaukee would be higher just because, and I'm not saying this to suck up, but Wisconsin is kind of a party state. We like our Aki Hall. And I'm surprised these are, I bet no one that made this list has ever celebrated in Madison or Milwaukee. Would I be wrong to say that?
No, I think they haven't spent time in Wisconsin. A lot of people who make these lists.
I agree. Hey, tell me about Marty Supreme. You saw Marty Supreme.
Oh my God!
Give us a thumbnail. You said it was great.
It was
Timothée
fantastic.
Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah,
it was such a fun movie to watch. I was locked in the whole time. I was just like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Like the character Marty Mauser, like Timothée Chalamet did him so good. Like
really good.
He's kind of a jerk, but like it's because he has a pursuit of this dream, and he won't stop at anything to be the number one, champion for ping pong. And I mean, mainly it's about like, money and stuff like that, but he just wants to win. And like, it's just the whole movie is him trying to win.
Did you see Balls of Fury?
Yes. Yes. I love that
the movie. Or on a nutty night out on the town. Did you like the movie?
Balls of Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I thought it was
How
funny.
does this compare as ping pong movies go?
Marty Supreme is so much better.
Okay.
Wow. Balls of Fury is kind of like just a joke movie, Just
yeah. That's Tom Lennon you're talking about there, buddy.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just being honest.
Marty Supreme, my favorite movie of the year so far. Well,
wow, no kidding.
Not even so far anymore because we,
yeah.
I haven't seen Avatar yet, but definitely my number one movie.
I think I told you Avatar, like, it's not like I didn't like it, but like the end it looked like they just took the end off the second movie and put it on this. I swear to God, you won't even be able to tell the difference. You feel like you're watching the same movie. And the last battle goes on for like 45 minutes. They got all these flying creatures. You don't know who's on what side. And it's insane. But Marty Supreme is definitely on my list, a critic's darling. And also I want to see Song Sung Blue based on the Milwaukee couple who formed the cover band, Neil Diamond tribute band, Lightning and Thunder. So those are on my list this weekend. Lots of show coming up, folks. Great guests. We're going to break for news and weather and sports. And then Rick Helms will be here to tell you about a really cool event they have in Oshkosh that is going on through the weekend. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. We're coming right back on the Civic Media Radio Network. Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. It is great to have you with me tonight, folks. It is our last live show of 2025. We will have highlight shows the rest of the week, but we are going out with a bang. Great guest tonight. Paul Gilmartin from Dinner and a Movie will be here at 6:35. Mike Clemens coming up at 6:10 to talk Packers. Another comedian, Jim McHugh, talking about New Year's Eve shows at Memories Ballroom in Port Washington, and comedy sports legend and head coach Mike Kauth will help us close up shop here tonight. And lots to get to. Our question of the night in honor of National Bacon Day. What is your favorite kind of meat? I say bacon or steak. Konrad says a juicy burger. And there are no right or wrong answers, folks. There are only your answers. So be part of the fun and be part of the show. All right. It is my pleasure to welcome my first guest of the night. This gentleman is the event manager of the spectacular Oshkosh Celebration of Lights, and he joins us now over the stream, Mr. Rick Helms. Rick, welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, is Rick on the phone? I'm sorry, Rick. I got that confused. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Not too bad.
All right. Well, before we get to this really cool festival of yours, and I can't wait to talk about it, I have to ask, do you have a favorite kind of meat, Rick?
Well, a good burger is definitely go-to around the house, but there's nothing beats good steak.
Boy, you took a slight pause there, Rick, and I really appreciate you giving that some thought and noodling the question and not just shouting out the first thing that came to your mind. So thank you for your attention to our question of the night. All right, so tell us all about the Oshkosh Celebration of Lights.
Well, the Oshkosh Celebration of Lights started as an idea about 25 years ago with half a dozen gentlemen that wanted to do a Christmas event involving lights. We're in our 24th annual this year, so it didn't take too long to get the idea off the ground and running.
That is fantastic. So, all right, have you been part of it that whole time?
No, I've been a part of the organization for probably about 10 years now.
Okay. How much work goes into this? It's such a long event, like 6 weeks. I think you guys start Thanksgiving weekend and go through the new year. How much planning does that take?
The planning is year-round. We never stop working on ideas, designs, corrections. There's a lot of maintenance that goes on behind the scenes. All summer long, stuff is being repaired, rewired, looking at ways to improve things and what we can change for the following year. So it really is a quite lengthy process. The setup alone, we usually begin the second week in October, and we're finishing up just before Black Friday when we begin. Like you said, it's a 6-week-long event.
Yeah. So, all right. So it says you have 2.5 miles of drive through the EAA grounds into what you call a winter wonderland with millions of sparkling lights. But what I
Yep.
like about this too is it says you can also tune into 101.9 to hear your favorite holiday tunes while you're doing this. What a great idea. Tell people who are listening what they might expect if they come and do this event or take part in it.
Well, when you pull in, we've got multiple lanes of entry to try and get everybody in a timely fashion. And you just enter through a series of entrance huts where we give you some information, and you're also able to make donations to the local food pantries that we work with several of throughout the city.
Nice.
And they collect tons and tons of food for those that are in need this time of year. Once you get past there, then you're into the light show and you're just immersed in trees and displays and cutouts and all kinds of twinkly little things that bring smiles to all the children.
Is it the kind of thing that gets bigger every year, Rick, or do people come from around the state, or is it mostly a local event?
With the new location out at the EAA grounds, we've started to attract people traveling down Highway 41, and they have no idea what it is, so they drive by and make a point to get off the highway, come and check it out. So we have a lot of people from outside the area. We have people that are headed to Chicago that stop by. It's definitely a regional show, I would call it, because it's definitely not just the city of Oshkosh. We attract quite a varied clientele.
And you also say you have volunteers that make it possible. I'm sure you have to rely on people to give their time. I would imagine it's not very difficult finding volunteers for such a fun community activity.
No, we have hundreds of volunteers every year that help throughout the summer doing repairs. We have volunteers that come out between October and the end of November to help get everything set up, from private individuals to local businesses that send teams of people out. Every night when people drive up to the entrance huts, they're talking to their local volunteers. They're talking to their friends, their neighbors, their family. Those are the people that are in those buildings, making sure everything flows throughout the night.
These are the kind of activities I love around this time of year. It's just people coming together in communities and putting on great shows like this and great community events. I think I read this right. It's free, right, Rick?
No, it's $20 per carload. When you bring the canned food or hygiene item donations, then we give you $5 off. So it's $15. But every Sunday we have sponsored community nights. So those nights are free to the general public to come on out due to our gracious sponsors. So we have a community night every Sunday evening.
That's what I was looking at. It says free community nights. Okay, what a great thing. And people bring food. I love that. Tell us a little bit about, since our question of the night deals with meat, you have in your bullet points here 4 Beck's Meats drawings. Can you explain that? What is that, Rick?
We just do a little contest where people can enter to win some Beck's Meats because they're one of our sponsors. So it's a pretty simple thing to go online and do. And, you know, we draw some winners and help support a local small business that does meat processing. And it's very delicious. So I use them all the time.
Fantastic. My guest is Rick Helms. He is the event manager for the Oshkosh Celebration of Lights, an activity or an event that sounds like an absolute spectacle right there in the EAA grounds off Highway 41. It's a great event. You also have something called Special Cause Nights. Rick, what is that?
Well, we'll have different special events going on. We have a couple nights that are for seniors. We have Veterans Night. We've had a night that supports the local humane society, so we'll collect items for pets, you know, that are going up for adoption to help them out as well. So we just do different things like that to kind of pay tribute to special groups and make sure that they feel welcome and appreciated.
That's excellent. So what is coming up after this? Like, what do you do once an event like this is done in the books? What does Rick Helms do? Do you have other events you want to talk about, or do you take a brief break and start working on this again?
Well, like we said, this is a year-round endeavor. I do have multiple jobs, so I kind of go back to those and concentrate a little bit, and then we kind of get back into it after. It takes about a month to take everything down. So by the end of January, beginning of February, everything's packed away back in the semi-trailers and transported back to the warehouse, and take a little time off, and then we start working on repairs and thoughts for the following year.
Do you have? I see that you have special nights for seniors and veterans. What are those, and what can you tell listeners about that, Rick?
Well, Veterans Night, they get to come out for free. And then Seniors Night, we do a $10 carload. So we do 2 different senior nights, and those are all sponsored by other local businesses as well to help offset some of those costs for them.
I would imagine when you're driving by on 41 and you see this great spectacle of lights, it's great publicity for the event. So I love the location of it. When people drive through, Rick, how long does it take to get through the grounds or the tour?
Generally takes about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how much you stop and look at the displays. We do have a couple of animated displays that you can tune in the radio to listen to those specific songs. So it kind of depends on how many of those you sit and listen to, but 20 to 30 minutes is a pretty good average.
Okay. It's 2.5 miles, folks, of scenic drive through the EAA grounds, and you can tune your radio to listen to Christmas music. It's a great event. It goes through, when does it end, Rick? I know I read that it goes through New Year's, but what does that mean exactly?
Our last night is tomorrow on New Year's Eve. So we always start on Black Friday is our opening night. We go through New Year's Eve every day. So it's pretty easy to remember when to come out and visit us in between those time frames.
And get out there tomorrow night. What a great year to, or what a great time to say goodbye to 2025. They've got horse-pulled wagon rides. It supports local nonprofits, and there's even a visit with Santa. So it sounds like an absolute blast, Rick. Let's have you on a little earlier next year so we can get the jump on this. But there is still time for people to enjoy it this year, I guess.
Absolutely. They're running right now tonight, and we'll be there again tomorrow night.
All right, fantastic. Have a great event, Rick, and hope to catch up with you down the road. Thanks so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, that's Rick Helms, the event manager of the spectacular Oshkosh Celebration of Lights. Check it out. It's very reasonably priced, and it all goes to a good cause. You don't mind spending money when you know it's going somewhere that or to people that need it. Con, what are your thoughts on Oshkosh?
I think Oshkosh is a great city.
I'll tell you what, I know that Appleton and Green Bay get a lot of the glory. But my wife's mother grew up in Oshkosh. My wife went to school there, so I spent a lot of time in Oshkosh. I did stand up there. It's not the forgotten city, but I feel like it's slightly grittier than like Appleton, but a great city right on the lake. Beautiful old homes, a college town. It's just a great place.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah. So, all right, we were talking a little bit about Marty Supreme, and you highly recommend it. I kind of recommend Avatar. I want to talk about this show that I just finished last night, and it's in my beats for over the weekend. You'll hear this if you listen to Civic Media through the holiday, folks. But Pluribus is just did not do it for me. I finished the first season. The whole season, after the first episode, which is great, nothing happens for like 8 episodes. And then last night I watched episode 9. She finally, and I don't want to say too much about it, but basically there's it's kind of like people turn into pods and they're friendly, but there's nothing there. And this Rhea Seahorn's character is the star of the show, and she's cranky and she's an author. And I really like her as an actress, but even her in this show, I was bored to tears. And I'm not even giving anything away. In the last episode of the first season, she finally meets another guy from South America who is also like her and doesn't want to be a pod. Like the pods are trying to get them to be pods because you're so happy and blank. And it just, It's bad. Like Vince Gilligan created Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, two of my favorite shows. I think he got like, I don't know if it's like out over his skis or what, but he's very good at showing something. Like he'll set up a shot in Better Call Saul to start the show, and it's someone making coffee, and it goes on a while, and it's visually interesting. And I love how he can take nothing and make it interesting. Not the case in Pluribus. The whole show is like that. It's in my opinion, it's brutal. If you feel differently, or if you're watching it, please let me know. Let's jump into this and converse. Lil Irv on the stream says Larry's potato sausage. It's available now. Con, what do you think of potato sausage?
I don't like potato salad.
Sausage.
Oh,
Potato
sorry.
Sausage. You think he's saying potato salad is his favorite meat?
It's close. It's close.
All right, we'll get into this. News, sports, and weather is just about 10 minutes away, folks. We will get more into potato sausage after the break. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. You've got the Civic Media Radio Network, folks, and it is great to have you here Tuesday as we all prepare for a very fun holiday. I would say, where do you rank New Year's, Con, in your holiday rankings?
I put it at third, I think.
After Christmas,
Oh, maybe
Thanksgiving?
fourth, actually.
After the 4th?
After the fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I go
maybe
Arbor Day,
yeah, I was
Christmas.
it's a stupid joke, Arbor Day.
I just try to work in Arbor Day whenever I can because it's just fun to talk about
it makes sense.
trees. Yeah. I put it up there. It's in my top 5. I don't know where I put it exactly, but it's kind of a chill. It's nice that you have this after Christmas because Christmas you have a letdown, but then you also go, well, I still got New Year's. And that's a way to ease back into the real world and a new year. I think it's great space work. Whoever came up with this spacing of holidays and sequence of holidays, tip of my hat.
Yeah.
All right. So so we were talking right before the break. Lil Irv on the stream said he liked Larry's potato sausage, and it's available now. I don't know this product. I don't even really know what potato sausage is. I'm assuming they put potato in the sausage, like they do cheese or something. But I do like potatoes, and I do like sausage. So I assume I would like potato sausage. You thought I said potato salad,
Yeah.
and that would not play into tonight's question.
No.
All right.
Just potato salad, I just don't like it.
Where do you stand on egg salad?
I actually like egg salad, but I just can't stand the smell of it.
Yeah, I got no place in my life for deviled eggs or egg salad. I like scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs are great.
Yeah, they're lovely. Stacy Sue Johnson says, if I could pick where I would like to live in Wisconsin, it would be Madison. Well, what's stopping you, Stace? Stacy is referring to our list of New Year's Eve cities. Wallet Hub did a study, and they ranked the top 100 cities in America to spend New Year's Eve. Number 1 was Orlando. Number 2 was Vegas. Number 3 was New York. Madison made the list at number 44, and MKE at number 55. I feel like they should be a little higher. I know there's a lot of cities. And I think the fact that you make this list means you have a pretty good New Year's Eve city. But it seems like Madison and Milwaukee, just given how much we like to party, it seems like they should be higher. And I'll say this, Con, Minneapolis is 43rd, right above Madison. Minneapolis is a great town. Love it. But I'm sorry, it does not have the reputation Wisconsin does as like a party city. I don't know. I have trouble believing that's ahead of Madison.
Maybe it's because of the Mall of America and they do
Think?
something there.
Yeah, maybe they do. It's actually not a bad, I could see that. But let us know, folks. Our question of the night, this is a good one, too. What is your favorite meat in honor of National Bacon Day? That is tonight's Nite Lite question of the night. Brett from the 920 said, smoked salmon. Now, that's not a meat, obviously, but it's fish that's smoked, and it's kind of dense. I would accept that.
It's great.
A smoked salmon is fantastic. Like at a party, cold with onions and all kinds of trimmings. Good stuff. Thank you, Brett. 262 says, always a steak, medium rare. How do you get your steak, Con?
Extra done.
Extra done? Yeah.
I like
Burn
rubber. No, actually, I do. I like medium.
Yeah, I like it medium too, with slightly well done, but not too well done. Like, I don't like when I'm eating a steak and it's like in a pool of blood. It just kind of grosses me out a little bit. I know it's probably more macho to like your steak like that, but I'm willing to concede this one. That was from Tiff in Nashville. Thank you, Tiff. Tiff also says somebody needs to open a good old-fashioned Wisconsin supper club down here. Well, no time like the present, Tiff. Get to it. 262 Tiff. I wonder if that would go over. Because I know all these Chicago people like that go to Door County always said, "Oh, great deep dish pizza." But I think like a lot of Chicago people go to Door County. I don't think you want the deep dish pizza like you get at home. I think you want cheese curds or a supper club. And I don't know if that would work in Nashville, but I think a good Wisconsin supper club, if it's done right, would probably flourish anywhere. Just my 2 cents. What do you think, Tom?
I mean, in Denver, they have a Wisconsin's bar there.
Okay.
And all the Packers go there, obviously, and or not the Packers players, but Packers fans.
Okay.
And it looks like such a fun time too.
Yeah.
So I think it could do well.
I think there was this supper club I used to go to in Three Lakes. We'd spend like the whole day swimming and all that, and we go out, and they had that cheese spread. It was like Merck's cheese. It's like a cheese. They probably add stuff to it. It's not like pure cheese. But damn, was it good on a cracker with like a Coke as a kid. And I used to watch the adults drinking old fashions. I was like, I could not wait to be an adult and have an old fashioned.
The kitty cocktails were pretty good though.
That's true. I know you're kind of being funny, but
No, they were. They were great.
Yeah. So I was getting back to Pluribus. I do not recommend it. If you're watching this show, I know it's got its fans and people are going with it. And I think partially based on the street cred of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. But I would love to hear, if you are watching Pluribus, I would love to hear what you like about it and have a spirited discussion. Not an argument, certainly. There are good things to it, but I would love to hear that if you have thoughts on that. All right, coming up in hour number 2 after the news and sports and weather will be our Civic Media Sports Authority, Mike Clemens. He will be joining us, and we will press Mike a little bit on Packer injuries. What else does he think Mike wants to talk about, Con? You're a big-time Packer fan.
Well, I mean, I was going to make the joke that maybe we need a new injury cart.
I saw that. I laughed.
An oil change. It needs an oil change for how many trips they've made this year so far.
It certainly does. They are decimated for sure. Probably worse than anybody else in the league. Mike will be here at 6:10. And then Paul Gilmartin, former host of Dinner and a Movie and a very funny comedian, will be here at 6:35. A comedian Jim McHugh at 7:10. And then Comedy Sports head coach Mike Kauth helps us close out the show for 2025. He'll be here at 7:20. We are coming back, folks, after news, sports, and weather. Stick around. Lots more Nite Lite coming up. This is Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Pass away, and the sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way. If we'll keep.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.